Ain't my type of hype, baby. Me and you were meant to love. Your love so fine. Your love so fine. Ain't my type of hype, baby. Ain't my type of hype. Girl, girl. Good morning, good morning, good morning. What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? I'm chilling here in the house, relaxing, maxing, living life like it's golden. It's your man. We back at it again. I've been gone for 2 days. If you see me gone and I ain't have like back-to-back days of making videos, this means I'm in a hibernation. You know, gotta go to me. To me, I see. Love me. Journey, learn. I learn more to give you more. You know, give myself even more. But it's your man. We back at it again. Amiel Burgess, aka Infinite Being, a Phenomenon 13, aka learning from every single entity, good, bad, or indifferent. If there even is a good or bad, is it? All around the galaxy. We here, lifting the veil up. In my life, in your life, in our life. Come to you today. We want to talk about being in your inner child. I was watching a video from a young lady, Mastery in Progress. I don't really know her name, but she has some great videos. Check out on YouTube. But she was talking about the inner child and the inner parent, and I can understand that. As a child, when I was growing up, I did many things. Um, I used to draw. I used to act a little bit, play sports, love to dance. You know, always love to sing. I think I still do that. But we lose our inner child a lot. I want to talk about preferably on the inner child today. Um, we grow up, we do a lot of things. You know, as a child, we get into a lot of different things that we like, we love. But as we get older, we get so programmed on what we should be doing instead of what we want to do that we forget who we are. You know, we forget the things that we love to do. You know, we have kids, we get relationships, some warranted, unwarranted, but all a learning process. And we forget the inner child in us. We forget the goofiness in us. We forget the imagination in front of us and inside of us. And we tend to get this rigid way of being, way of thinking. And it's time for us to go back to that. So I've been, doing that. You know, I've neglected my inner child, and people say, "Well, you got to grow up." Well, yeah, we do grow up. You know, we do grow up out of childish behaviors, but the inner child in us is the part that imagined you to be an adult one day and be successful and to have a family. And in that imagination, you thought that was good, but in having those imaginations, we forgot about the ones that really are in tune to who we are. And so I started doing some things I used to do back when I was young. Now, when I was young, I told you I drew. And so the other day, I did my first painting. I got I channeled my inner Bob Ross. If y'all remember Bob Ross, be on channel PBS. You know, it's like first you're going to make some little trees here, and you're gonna make some little branches there, and you're gonna make a sun here, and grass there. I mean, this dude could put you to sleep. He has had that. He had that nursery rhyme voice, like, and this is what I came up with. You know, this is my first painting. I haven't done a painting since I was a kid, and so I gave it to my son. He gave me his first painting, so I gave him mine and stuff. So this is what was my first one, and that was cool. Loved it. He loved it more than I did. You know, that just tells you how much your kids are your sometimes your best audience and your best what do you call that? I forget right now. But anyways, I drew this also after that. As you see a picture of the house in a car. I gotta work on my stuff. Like I said, it's my first real drawing since I was a little kid. I used to be like had a photographic drawing memory and where I can see something and look right at it and just draw it. I had a cousin, he's still like that. Naquan Smith. Check him out. Naquan Smith. Naquansmith. This dude is a wizard when it comes down to drawing. He can draw self portraits, he can draw cartoon characters. what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna devote one video for my homie and show you some of his stuff, so that way you can hit him up. He's on my Facebook page. Uh, I'm sure he can work with you. He's very, 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 very talented, very hungry, and I'll get to that. But back to me. I had someone who is, a psychic, and she does all types of different, things in that area. But she hit me up with something that's called light language. It's a whole other video I'll get into for the skeptics and non-believers. But in the picture, it was something that they wanted me to look at. And so one day, yesterday, I just had the urge to copy it. And so I came up with it, and I wish I had the pictures to show you that how almost identical it is. But I have it on my computer, but I don't have it like printed out. So I'll just show you a picture of what I did, and you can, see if you like it or not. I love it, so it doesn't really matter. But I did this last night, laying in my bed, so I got tired, and I did that this looking at the picture and copying it. But what's the difficult part people don't understand is writing and artwork is difficult to copy, because when you write your name, like you write cursive or you drawing something, it's your it's your artistic expression. It's you. So for somebody to copy that, and like they say, the copy of the Mona Lisa, they have a lot of copies, fake forgeries, but it's perfection in that, because you have to engulf, in a sense, that person's move, that person's sway, that je ne sais quoi, in order to really get it to look similar to what that person had put out there. So it was fun doing. I haven't done this type of drawing again in a long time. And this got me able to look at something and do it. I said this is part of my inner child, where I used to be able to look at things and just replicate it, and I was good at it. But I learned to love different things, and I started to get into the Joneses and what the Joneses is doing instead of being my own artistic self. It happens. We all been through it at some point in time. And also, I bought this adult coloring book. Yeah, this is for you, Naquan. I hope you watching. If you're not watching, one day you'll watch. It's Money in Adult Coloring Books. You're an artist, let's get it popping. But this is an adult coloring book. It's on chakras, and I was surprised because it cost me $10. I'm like, $10 for a coloring book, but it's more than just a coloring book. It's part of your a soul, and it reaches out to you. So I started on a page. I haven't really gotten to it because I have to get a stencil sharpener, so that way I can have points on my coloring when I'm doing it. But as you can see, I've started on it. I should be showing you the early, but I just want to let you know that you have to go back to getting into the inner child. You understand? You have to go back and get into the inner child. You have to reach down and not care about what everybody's thinking. You know, if you feel like your inner child is anything, like right now, it's called a can you woo woo woo. I don't know why I want to do that, but that's part of my inner child. That's part of the silliness in me, and we have to go back to that. I love being, happy, being goofy, making people laugh, making myself laugh, making my son laugh. It's part of my everyday thing. But let me say hi to you because are you chewing food? All right, yeah, another time. We'll get to him at another time. But yeah. So it's important that we go back to our inner child. Gymnastics. I'm older. I don't think I could do it no more. I gained a little bit of weight. Well, get into yoga. Get your body flexible again. Get into the gym. Work out. Get your body back together again. And then go do what you want to do, even if you're doing it just for fun. You ain't got to be doing it to be a professional. You're 35 years old, wanting to be a gymnastics player. Now, don't get me wrong. If that's what you really want to do, and you think you could do it, and you can get back to that, and by all means, go for what you know and what you want. But at the same time, you ain't always got to do things to be professionally recognized. You can do things just for yourself. We got to go back to just loving ourselves. When we were kids, we loved ourselves before we went through different programs, before we got disappointed, before we went through all these, likes and dislikes of what everybody else think. We loved ourselves 100%. So we got to get back to that. So that's what I'm working on. That's what I'm doing. Loving myself, getting my artistic on. Yeah, I got to color it up. It's black and white right now. Some of the best portions are black and white. But it's time to get back. So we back at it again, doing what we do best, coming to y'all with glad tidings and good smiles. Cause I let it smile. Oh, the last couple of videos I've been forgetting. If I be forgetting, it's my fault. Sometimes you gotta pull me up on it. I do that sometimes. But for all y'all here who's waiting for it. Inhale pleasure. Exhale peace. I'm back at it again, baby. A Phenomenon 13. Peace.